Good morning, everyone. It's Mr. Martin here with your grammar for today, which is Wednesday, March 27th, 2020. So we're going to continue with our grammar that we've been working on this week, and we're going to be working on the article water from below, and we're going to be looking at questions 1 and 2 today. Let me get my screen ready. There we go. All righty, so for today, we're going to be looking at questions 1 and 2. And before we do that, we need to make sure we review what our central idea was. We know that we are doing editing because we have cups right there. And it says editing. And our central idea was aquifers are underground sources of water. They are important and must be protected. So aquifers are underground sources of water who are who are important and must be protected, right? Let's go ahead and turn to question number 1. Actually, I lied. It's question 7 here, but we're going to do questions 7 and 8. So first 2 questions. So this says, what change, if any, should be made in sentence number 3? Again, what change, if any, should be made in sentence number 3? As always, we're going to go back and circle sentence number 3, okay? Not a memorization test, so we need to make sure we're going back and we're reading to see what sentence number 3 is asking us, okay? So let's go back. So right here at sentence number 3, it says, however, some people get their water from deep underground places called aquifers. I'm gonna read it again. However, some people get their water from deep underground places called aquifers, all right? So when we're editing, we're going back to cups. Capitalization, usage, punctuation, spelling. Thinking any of these things are incorrect, and what do we need to change? So let's go back and look at our sentences. So A says, change people to people, all right? So people. On your exams, you have dictionaries, right? Anytime you're doing revising and editing, you can use a dictionary. So if you're unsure about a spelling, feel free to look it up. For the sake of time today, I know that this is the correct spelling of people, and that is not. So I know that that is incorrect, all right? It says change their to theys. Let me think about that for a second. Sorry, we got blurry. Sorry. It's not liking me this morning. There we go. Their, theys. Let's go back and plug that in and see if that makes any sense. So, however, some people get theys water from deep underground places called aquifers. Get theys water? I've never heard that before because theys is not a word. So their water, it is their water. The water belongs to them. So that's not a change. Change the period after aquifers to a question mark. Okay, let me see if this is a question. However, sorry, it keeps getting blurry. There we go. However, some people get their water from deep underground places called aquifers. Some people get their water from deep underground places called aquifers. That's not asking me anything. That's giving me a statement. So the only one that would be was make no change, right? And I know because when I looked through my cups, there was nothing wrong with the capitalization, usage, punctuation, or spelling, all right? So IKB, this sentence is what? Correct. This sentence is correct, right? I know because this sentence is correct. I went ahead and I checked my capitalization, my usage, my punctuation, my spelling. I checked all of those. Nothing was wrong. I went question by question, or sorry, answer by answer, and they were none of them were wrong. If I didn't know how to spell people, I could have looked that up in my dictionary. And even at home, you can go to dictionary.com on your computers and look up any words. If you don't have a dictionary at your disposal, like in the book form, just use it on your tablet or use it on your Chromebook if you have one. So I could easily eliminate that. I know they's not a word, and then it's not a question. The ones where it's make no change are some of the most difficult ones because we always want to try to find, oh, there might be a problem with it. There might be an error. Don't force it, guys. Go question by question and really identify, is there anything wrong with this? If there's not, then it's make no change. Don't jump to that right away, but go question by question, answer by answer, and see, did I check to make sure that cannot possibly be right? That cannot possibly be right. That cannot possibly be right. Then there's no make no change, right? Let's go to number 8 with the second one. We're only going to do 2 today, so we're going to do the rest of them next week. What change, if any, should be made in sentence number 6? What change, if any, should be made in sentence number 6? So same thing, I'm going to circle sentence number 6. Anytime we have a what change, if any, we know that we are doing some type of editing. So what change, if any, we know we're doing some type of editing. So let's go back. So these rocks has holes in them that let water move through them. Okay, these rocks has holes. Oh, excuse me. Allergies, guys. These rocks has holes in them. I think that's the last one. Where was I? That let water move through them. Okay. As I'm reading this, I'm already kind of hearing, excuse me, that something is wrong. I'm going to read it one more time, and I want you to think about what sounds incorrect that we can already circle in here before we even go to the question set. These rocks has holes in them that let water move through them. Take about 10 seconds. What do you think is wrong here? Okay, if you said these rocks has holes in them, the word has is incorrect there, right? These rocks are plural, meaning more than one rock. So if you have more than one rock, these rocks, not has, these rocks what? These rocks have. They have, because there's more than one rock. That let water move through them. Okay, everything else seems okay. So let's go back and see if it's asking me any questions in regards to that has, because that to me, I could identify that. It seems awkward because these rocks, plural, have, they have, not these rocks have, or sorry, they not has. What change, if any, should be made in sentence number 6? So change rocks to rocks. So that apostrophe right there shows possession. Okay, the rocks is not holding, they don't possess anything. That doesn't make sense. Change has to have. We already identified that one. But as always, we're going to keep going. Change holes to holes. This is another one that we can Google and see, or sorry, Google, we can look up in the dictionary or Google or dictionary.com and see what's the difference. Holes like a hole in the ground, holes like a whole number. Okay, that's the difference. These are both spelled okay, but the meaning is different. So we got to make sure we know. And then we know it's not make no change because we already have a question mark there. So this time I want you to think about what is your IKB before I tell you what mine is. Sorry for my sniffling. My allergies in the morning, guys, are strong today. All right. So if you put, I know because rocks is a plural word. So we need have. Rocks is a plural word, so we need have. Rocks, they have. Just for fun Friday time, we're gonna go ahead and do one more, just so Monday we'll do the other 3, and then start a clean one on Wednesday. What change, if any, should be made in sentence number 8? As always, I'm circling my question sentence stem, which part I need to go back to, and I'm going to look at question number 8. This one I'm going to talk a little bit less on. I'm going to see if we can figure it out together, and then I'm going to show you my answer and how I got it. The water collects in the aquifer. The water collects in the aquifer, okay? Insert a comma after water. The water, comma, collects in the aquifer. There's no fanboy there. There's no break there. Do I need a comma? Collects to collects. Aquifer to aquifer. What should you do with B if you don't know how to spell collects? What should you do with B if you don't know how to spell collects? So let's try now. Dictionary.com. Okay. L-E-C-T-S. Let's see if that comes up. No results found for that. But look, it says, do you mean C-O-L-L-E-C-T-S? Together. So I use my resource, which you can use if you have a dictionary there, to realize that collect is the incorrect word, right? So this, no, but I already know that that's not a word. So there we go. You can't see what I'm doing. Aquifers is not a proper noun. If you had the name of the aquifer, Edwards Aquifer, proper noun. But just a singular aquifer, singular noun, not proper noun, simple noun, we don't need to capitalize it. And we know it's not make no change. So I know because collects what? Was spelled incorrectly. Okay. I know because collects was spelled incorrectly. I'm going to zoom out and give you a second to check your work. Make sure you have all of the same things that I have here. Check your IKBs. All right, thank you guys so much for coming and joining me this Friday morning. Make sure that you have a wonderful Friday. It's going to be a great day, so get outside, try to do something fun around your neighborhood, and stay safe, guys. See you Monday.